Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. Today our group will present our proposed implementation of the MVC design pattern for our property management system. Our property management system is designed to simplify the management of rental properties by providing a centralized platform for agents, property owner and tenants. Instead of managing property information manually, user can perform various property related activities through the system. The system includes several key functionalities such as property management, owner management, tenant management, rental request handling, property searching and rental approval. These features help improve efficiency and make the property rental process more organized. There are three main user roles in our system. The first role is the agent. Agents are responsible for managing properties, managing owner and tenants, handling rental requests, and generating reports. Agents play an important role in ensuring the property information and rental transactions are properly managed. The second role is the property owner. Owners can view the property, monitor rental requests, get tenant information, and update their contact details when necessary. The third role is the tenant. Tenants can search for available properties based on their preference, submit rental requests, view the status of their request and manage their personal information. As our system continues to grow and include more features, maintaining the code can become more challenging. Therefore, we propose using the MVC design pattern. MVC helps separate the system into different layers, making the code more organized, easy to maintain, easy to test, and easy to expand in the future. This slide presents our proposed MVC structure for the property management system. The MVC design pattern separates the system into three main components: model, view, and controller. This separation helps make the system more organized and easy to maintain. Starting with the model layer, it contains the core data and business logic of the system. Classes such as user, agent, owner, tenant, property, room, furniture, and the manager class are responsible for storing and managing system data. Next is the view layer, which handles the user interface and displays information to users. We propose classes such as main view, menu view, agent view, owner view, tenant view, property view, and report view. These classes are responsible for displaying menus, forms, reports, and system messages. Finally, the controller layer acts as the bridge between the view and the model. Controllers such as agent controller, property controller, owner controller, tenant controller, and request controller receive user input, process requests, communicate with the model, and send result back to the view. By applying this MVC structure, we can achieve better code organization.
So next, let's discuss about the menu flow after the implementation of the MVC. So the flow begins at the main menu view, which is the first interface displayed when a user enters the system. From here, the user selects their role, which can be agent, owner and tenant. After the role is selected, the request is processed by the login controller. The login controller handles the login process and directs the user to the appropriate section of the system based on their chosen role. So let's look at the first role, which is agent. So when agent log in, the system routes the request to the agent controller. The agent controller is responsible for processing the agent's request and handling the application logic. So it acts as the middle layer between the user interface and the system data. The agent controller then loads the agent menu view. The agent menu view is the interface displayed to the agent and shows all available functions. Through this menu, the agent can manage properties, manage owners, manage tenants, manage rental requests, generate reports and view their profile information. So next we have owner flow. When owner log in, the system directs the request to the owner controller. Similar to the agent controller, it processes owner-related requests and communicates with the system data. The owner menu view is then displayed, allowing owners to view their properties, view tenants, and update their profile information. For the tenant flow, after login, the request is handled by a tenant controller. The tenant controller processes tenant-related operations and loads the tenant menu view. Through this interface, tenants can search properties, view available properties, submit rental requests, and view their rental request status. After user completes their task, the system asks whether they would like to return to the menu or not. If the answer is yes, the flow returns to the main menu so that another operation can be performed. If the answer is no, and the user log out and the sessions will end.
So now, I will explain the first example flow in our property management system, which is how a tenant search for a property using the MVC design pattern. Let's go. First, the tenant interact with the tenant view and selects the search property function. Through this interface, the tenant can enter search criteria such as location, property type, or rental price. The search criteria are then sent to the tenant controller. The controller acts as the middle layer that processes the user's request and forwards it to the property model. Next, the property model performs the search operation by checking the available property records and identifying the properties that match the tenant requirement. After the search is complete, the matching properties are returned to the tenant controller. Then the controller then sends the results to the property view. Finally, the property view displays the search results to the tenant, allowing them to review the available properties and continue searching if needed. This example demonstrates how the view handles user interaction, the controller manages the request, and the model processed by the property data. By separating these responsibilities, the system becomes more organized, easier to maintain, and easier to expand in the future. Alright, next, I will explain the second example flow, which shows how an agent adds a new property to the system using the MVC architecture. Alright, first, the agent accesses the property view and select the add property function. The agent then enters the necessary property details such as the property name, location, rental price, and other relevant information. These property details are sent to the property controller. The controller receives the information and forwards it to the property model for validation. The property model checks whether the entered information is complete and valid before it can be stored in the system. Alright, once the validation process is successful, the controller proceeds to save the property information to the model. After the property has been successfully added, a success result is returned to the property view. Property view. The view then displays a confirmation message to the agent, informing them that the property has been added successfully. This flow clearly shows the role of each MVC component. The views collect user input, the controller manages the application logic and workflow, while the model validates and stores the data. Through these two examples, we can see how the MVC design pattern helps our property management system maintain a clear separation between the user interface, business logic, and data management, making the system more efficient and easier to manage.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Izal Haziq bin Abdul Razak. Today I'll be presenting the page 7 and page 8. Next, let's go to the example flow 3, which is the process of approving a rental request. First, a tenant submits a rental request after finding a suitable property. The request is stored in the system can be viewed by the agent. Next, the agent reviews the request details such as the tenant information and the selected property. After checking the information, the agent decides whether to approve or reject the request. And then, when the agent clicks the approve button, the controller receives the action and process it. The controller then communicates with the model to update the rental request status. The model updates the data, changes the request status to approve, and records the tenant information for the property. Once the update is completed, the result is sent back to the controller. Finally, the controller sends the updated information to the view, and a confirmation message is displayed to the agent. This example shows how the MVC design pattern works in our system. The view handles user interaction, the controller handles the logic, and the model manages the data. This separation makes the system more organized and easier to maintain. Lastly, I will explain the benefits of using MVC in our property management system. The first benefit is better code organization. The system is divided into model, view, and controller. So each component has its own responsibility. This makes the code easier to understand and manage. The second benefit is easier maintenance. If developers need to fix a bug or update a feature, they can focus on one part only, without affecting the others. The third benefit is improved scalability. As the business grows, new functions and features can be added more easily without changing the entire system structure. Another benefit is easier testing and debugging. Since each component works separately, developers can identify and solve the problem faster. Lastly, MVC also supports team collaboration. Different team members can work on different components at the same time, such as the interface, business logic, and data management. Overall, MVC helps us build a system that is more organized, flexible, and efficient. It also supports future improvement and makes development easier for the team. I think that's all for me. Thank you.